Landscape has always had a link to the arts, whether that's through sort of poetry, painting. The art often is a reflection of what that landscape is and its meaning. We developed a landscape and the art strategy a few years back, which was to try and explore this. And from that, we grew into the idea of Nature Calling as a programme where we could commission communities and artists from across the country.
The premise of Nature Calling really was to invite artists to work with our national landscapes, but also to be able to reach new audiences that maybe have not had a relationship with national landscape before, as well as creating new connections to nature.
There's been a lot of targeted work to invite people who might not normally seem to be the people who are invited to those spaces. People from the global majority, refugees, people with disabilities. Many of them then have come out to the national landscapes and have been part of making these incredible projects across the whole of England.
Lots of the national landscapes had done arts projects themselves, but this was a way of sort of bringing together into a kind of national programme of work.
So we started with a national call out for writers, and we wanted writers with new perspectives on nature.
We wanted to invite different writers, whether that's from hip-hop, rap, traditional prose or poetry, so we could have new words on how to express what's special about these places.
Listen to them cows beeling. Their baritone peals softer than the auctioneer's drawl.
Concurrently with the call for writers were calls for artists of all disciplines to come up with really significant projects.
We asked for them to have some connection to the national landscape that was commissioning the work. And they didn't necessarily have to live there, but there was some sort of connection.
Altogether, I think we had nearly 400 applications, so there was a huge sifting process. Beautiful sort of adventure stories that have been created for the Surrey Hills.
We're both really keen to help people engage with nature, and we wanted to use light artistic skills, illustrations, storytelling, game design to make a place where people can really engage with nature and see it anew.
Extraordinary new Luton henge, which obviously is going to be there for many, many years.
So the idea was to create a new community gathering space and bring the community of Luton together, particularly Marsh Farm, and to build a new community space that's based on a stone circle, but this one made of chalk.
Sound work produced in the Mendip Hills with a fantastic collective of artists.
Sketch of a skull, glimmer of trust. Hairy, ouchie, pimp up of uxpig, sniff of a goose flop. Nah, a dog's not nature, brush of a spider thread, eye in a birch tree, throwing shade in it. Orange, slowberry lit cat tickles, tune of a bracket fungus, hum of a pylon. If we join hands, can we hear our inside music? William raps, Leroy listens, and Lola sings.
The final piece that came out of View In, View Out was a multi-channel sound installation. People came to the Sovereign Centre and what they experienced was a sound installation of the work that we'd co-created with communities around Weston-super-Mare.
Shelf life in Lincolnshire Wolds. Billboards that went across the landscape through market towns, into the fields and working with farmers.
Our artwork responds to the landscape, which is very distinctive. It's a multidisciplinary project covering print, sculpture and film. We created this billboard that went around various locations and we gained access from landowners to put our billboards up. They were a sort of reflective statement around the idea of the valuation of product.
very beautiful film and installations that were created in the Forest of Bowland.
Been a long process, almost a year, of working with people on the fringes of the Forest of Bowland to kind of get their voices, skills, perspectives, ideas, histories, and use them in a way to make this work through film, through sound, through textiles, through words. And we've made a piece together, the film installation, a sound installation.
And consequences in Dorset National Landscape. Creating a huge mythical new giant that sat alongside the Cerne Abbas giant, which is rather distinctive in Dorset.
Rich is the soil and rich is the chalk, rich is the life when giants...
The project Consequences has been a long process, which has been a huge game. One group draw the head, the next one group draw the body, next one legs, next one feet, with over 200 community members of groups from Yeovil.
Rich is the life when giants grow.
I think pretty much all of the commissions, both in terms of the writing and the works themselves, have really captured the spirit of what we were trying to do, which was to take this different look at things.
What was really interesting about having these 6 different projects happening across the country was that they were all very different. They were engaging with different communities and responding really directly to their local environments. What we were able to do with Nature Calling is sort of have a national platform to bring it all together and be able to see some of the differences around the country, but also some of the similarities that communities were facing, that national landscape were facing in terms of engaging different audiences to their locality.
So the feedback that we've had from the community groups that we've been working with has been at times really profound. They talked about a sense of now feeling a belonging. Actually, this place is ours as much as anybody else's.
Traditionally, people of colour, people like myself, don't feel comfortable in spaces like this, so it's been really good to work with the different organisations that have arranged this to bring people out into the countryside, and I think that's really helped for the future. You know, people will go into those green spaces and feel like, well, actually, it's for everybody.
Seeing their work on display or hearing their voice and knowing that they've been part of it.
This project was full of community, connection, sense of belonging, storytelling. It was really wondrous how we were able to bring all these elements together.
There's hundreds and hundreds of people who've been centrally involved, but it is also those individual stories.
It has been about the small moments as well as the big scale. We were able to have a really new conversation around landscape today and be able to have a much broader reach.
It's about everyone having access to these special landscapes.
That connectedness to nature, people perhaps wanting to be more engaged with it and care about it a bit more.
There's also the importance of actually the value of nature, how important this is, how we need to make sure that nature recovers, you know, for future generations.
People are learning through being involved with the projects, and there's always the hope that in connecting people to nature through the arts, their well-being will improve and that they will feel a responsibility about caring for nature in the future.
Lots of relationships have started and they're all talking about continuing to work together.
The fact that we are one of 6 national landscapes operating through the Nature Calling programme at a national level, I think that's been really exciting for us. Building connections with our local schools, which is fantastic, and also the artists that made it happen. I think that is a really positive legacy.
It's been an enormous undertaking. That collective sense of working together has been so positive, and it's been a real joy.
And that's the thing, the whole thing, the idea is that people connect and share stuff they wouldn't share otherwise. And the local people come over and go, what's this then? And they go, well, what do we do with it? Well, do what you want with it. Walk into it, sit in it, bring your friends into it, call your people together here and see what can happen.
I'm hoping it will have a legacy in terms of changing the way that we think, changing the way that we do. There's a moment now which is what just happened. It's been amazing, it's exceeded all of our expectations and we're keen to move on from here.
We have white witches here, black ones across the valley, white ones certain times of the year. There's tinsel, silver in the trees, yellow corn dollies set upon the earth. They have bonfires on the hill. They're making spells to save the land.